Welcome back, folks. Laura here with you once again, and it is Tarrey Town time. And from a bird's eye view, you're going to notice a whole lot has changed now. And folks, the best way to get over there is our Skyview Tower. So that's the Ullery Mountain Skyview Tower there. If you'd like some help getting to the Skyview Tower I just showed you, I'll be sure and leave a helpful link below in the description. Alright folks, so first things first, I'm going to hit this shrine. Every time I'm doing anything, I like to have a travel gate nearby, so in this case, this is going to get us here a lot quicker than the Skyview Tower will. And there we have it. Now right next to the thing here, there's going to be a plot of land, and guys, that's coming. That's going to be part of our Tarrey Town walkthrough here. We're going to be building a house. Super, super fun. But before we do that, I'm going to hop down here to where the Great Fairy Fountain used to be. And folks, we got some goodies. The Silent Princesses are probably the more valuable item that's here. Quite a few of them, too. In my Breath of the Wild video, we came through here in, like, the reverse order. I started up there at the shrine where it used to be. Then I kind of hit some Korok seeds and came down to the Great Fairy Fountain here. So in this video, I'm kind of doing it backwards. And as soon as we get up here to these trees, you're going to see some arrows. Once again, indicating a Korok seed. And they're both kind of pointing right to this tree. Alright, Korok seed number 2. Done. Alright, I'm going to head right over toward my pin there, and that's right where that old shrine used to be. And there's still a Korok seed up here. Ironically, I think it's still an apple puzzle. And a bad boy nest. And honestly, it's just a battle talus with like an opal or something. It's not great. Okay, so not an apple puzzle, it's a flower puzzle. Maybe I just thought it was an apple puzzle because the 3 statues were still standing here. It's like Easter Island. Alright guys, before I do anything else, I'm going to pop down and get this shrine that's right below me. Once again, you know, travel gates, etc. But the main thing I want to do is get this activated so we can see where the crystal comes from. And we can't really see it from here, but you guessed it, that goes right to Tarrey Town. Alright, a quick warp back up topside to our shrine here. It's going to show you kind of a good overview of Tarrey Town, and that's our plot of land, by the way. Very convenient location to get us back to Tarrey Town pretty quickly. There's some more loose goodies there too if you're interested. Alright folks, as soon as we get into Tarrey Town here, there's going to be a Korok seed. And you're going to notice it looks a little bit different. Buildings are different. It's got a different feel to it altogether. The cool thing is this time we don't actually have to build the town. Alright, next Korok seed on the hit list is Ring the Bell. I think we had to do that at Hyrule Castle too. Okay, this guy will disassemble things for you, and the cool thing is you get the part back. So, you know, if you made a boo-boo there somewhere along the way, and you put something on a weapon you really didn't want to, case in point, you might have put something on a weapon that, you know, you need for a suit upgrade, and you really want the item back. For example, you know, I might have accidentally, I don't know, put a Captain 2 Construct Horn on a really cool Zonai weapon, and then I was that one Captain 2 Construct Horn shy of upgrading my Zonite set, you know, to the 2nd level. So yeah, this is a real nice spot to go and just kind of get that monster part back super quick like. Alright guys, you got some dogs to feed, just like before. Whichever dog eats first. Looks like Gray's got it. There he goes. Okay, I think just like the old game, it's another 50 rupees. Booyah. Alright, folks, here's our crystal. Good thing is, anytime day or night, you can get through this. Ask him what's the rock. You can actually get it a little cheaper. Alright, so yeah, we got it down to 50, not too bad. Alright, it doesn't have to be perfect, just functional. And of course, if you use a control stick, this is probably a whole lot easier, but you know, I like the more direct route of things, so I've gotten real good with doing some fancy footwork here to get these planes around in this game. Diamond, baby. Alright, once again, back to our fast travel gate here. Now, there is a Hudson puzzle, but it's way out of the way. It's like over there somewhere. And if I'm going to go out of my way to go get a Hudson puzzle, I'm going to get a bad boy nest on the way. This one's a bit of a doozy. Probably a good save that game point. Well, I guess I'm not getting those monster parts. Alright, so I was kind of quiet. I wanted to make sure I was focusing on the fight. I usually have a bad habit of trying to talk and then, you know, the fight usually tends to go sideways. You know, so not great loot here. It was just more I felt like killing some things, so all in all, it worked out. Okay, I think there's another treasure chest here, actually. Alright, on to our Hudson puzzle. There's another shrine over there I'm real tempted to hit. For one, it's right by a chasm. For two, we need shrines. Alright, so once you got something that looks like this built, you should be able to slide that thing right on in there. Put the ball in the hole. Once it looks like that, you are good to go. Another satisfied President Hudson, whatever. I don't know if that's his aide or press secretary. Alright, so right along this ridge line, this is probably the quickest way to get over to it. show you on the map where we wound up there. We're a little bit north of Tarrey Town at this point, so yeah, not too far out of the way, but it's not super close either. I feel like I need to establish a flight path, and honestly, I felt the same way in Breath of the Wild. I used that other shrine, I don't know, it was like right up there to get to Tarrey Town just constantly. Alright guys, next thing on my hit list is going to be this deal. So you see that little quest marker above Hudson's head here? And this is going to kick off the Mattison's independent side quest. So go ahead and follow Hudson. Okay, get through the dialogue options, ask him about child. And after you're done chatting with him, he's going to go ahead and disappear, and that's okay. Okay, go ahead and pop on in, talk to the child. Okay, that'll once again update your quest. Okay, so I think we have an ascend situation right now. She's telling me that the door is blocked from the inside, so of course this is a puzzle. And I know there's a cave here in Tarrey Town, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop on down. And I'm gonna go right by that quest marker there on my mini-map. Okay, so there's my star. I don't think that'll do it, so there must be more to this cave. I'm gonna go ahead and make my way around. And that's our ascend spot right there. Alright guys, once you're up into the house, it's kind of funny, it lets you open the door without moving that object, but you couldn't do that from the outside for some reason. Alright folks, so that Granny Morani or whatever she was talking about is right here. Go ahead and talk to Mattison one more time. And Vaba is the correct answer, the lower one there. Alright, now she's gonna have to get across via the monorail, but something's wrong over here. She doesn't like the way this dude looks. Alright, so once you go ahead and talk to Mattison, that'll update your quest. And what we gotta do is we gotta kind of like hide him from view of being able to see her. And real nice and convenient of them to give us some wood like right by this deal. Okay, so notice it's like on solid ground there, and it should stay there just long enough for us to make this work. Tell her she can go now. Alright, and after a painfully long cutscene, she will ski-daddle, and then we can follow. Go ahead and talk to her one more time. Okay, and they will bring to your attention they need 10 Sunday lions, so go ahead and give them to Mr. Hudson here. And in case you don't have 10, guys, just visit literally like any Sky Island, except the Great Sky Island. You're gonna find them pretty much everywhere. Alright guys, after some very long and painful cutscenes there, you will finally be done with all of that. Now, as far as building the house goes, that's the prerequisite quest. Okay, so go ahead and talk to Mom again. Okay, go ahead and say a dream home, please. Alright, and that'll progress the quest over there to the home. Now, before I go over there, if you don't have 1,500 rupees, folks, you can go ahead and cook 4 Lionel guts and just any old random critter. That'll make a real strong selling elixir you can sell for that 1,500 rupees. If you don't have 4 Lionel guts, you can also mix and match that with Gleeok guts. And if you don't have those, you can actually make 10 Bobkin Gut potions the exact same way. 4 Bobkin Guts and a random critter, and that'll get it done. Alright guys, once again, using and abusing that travel gate, go ahead and make your way on over to the shack here. Alright, so the compartments are kind of prefabricated. And they all come with a cost, so be aware. There's, I think, 18... ish, that, you know, you can pick from. But there's only 15 slots, as you see there, it says units used. So be mindful of that. If, you know, if I'm remembering that right, and the number is 18 of what's available, that means there's 3 things that you will not be able to put into the home. So folks, it's pretty straightforward as far as the building goes. It's good old Ultra Hand here. And the cool thing is you can usually see like what's going on, what it is, what kind of compartment it would be. So, you know, keep that in mind too when you're putting this stuff together. Okay, so I like to, you know, put this one not exactly married up. I like to go off one off there. And then that'll give me another compartment that I can put right over here. And, you know, hopefully you can kind of start visually seeing what I'm cooking up here. Alright, so once you get through that, it will go ahead and clear it up for you. Pretty cool, you get some free fabric there. Alright, and that'll complete the side quest. Now you don't have to finish building here. You've got 13 other pieces you can attach to the module, so really, really cool. So you've got an indoor stair, you know, if you want to put that second floor on it, like I mentioned. You can have your own goddess shrine, which I don't know that that's one I'd normally use. I mean, there's one right there in Tarrey Town. So, you know, that's probably one of the 3 that I would just forego buying for that reason. And since I'm not much for shields, I would probably forego that one as well. I like having the weapon and bow. And keep in mind, if you select the stairs, that absolutely counts against you. So, you know, when you put it in that kind of perspective, that might be the way to go there. You know, if you don't really care about the outdoor stuff, then maybe that's the way to go. But keep in mind, some of these are specialized and you can do more with it. It's, you know, it serves more of a purpose than just aesthetics. And when you're done buying all your rooms, you can see this is going to get real expensive real quick. And guys, getting back to those, you know, guts potions I was talking about, you know, if you're going out and killing a bunch of stuff, you've got money sitting there in your inventory. Now, I still have room to expand this, and I don't necessarily have to keep doing it this way. I can put a piece on here that would give me, you know, bigger access. I could do the upstairs thing. I could kind of, you know, curve this thing around to the side here. The sky's the limit, really. As long as you can get the pieces to fit together, you can have a lot of fun with the home building. And the good thing is you can kind of break it back apart and redesign it. So it's not like once you do it, you're stuck with it. But just to kind of show you, you know, my real quick, simple makeshift design here. Now, I like to have, you know, all my trophy stuff here. So I would probably set this up. I can't remember now what I did. The bows, maybe. So it's a great place to store weapons, just like in BOTW. And then, you know, I might have the weapon stand back here. And then I'd be able to put another module, just kind of continuing on. And again, some of these have more to do with just aesthetics. You can go ahead and cook past time here, whatever you need to do. And the cool thing is it's a free bed. The study, I really haven't found a purpose for it other than aesthetics. So that might be an example of, you know, a module you can do without if you really wanted to have the usage, you know, something more useful here. And you're not limited to one, by the way. You can actually buy, you know, if you really want, you could buy like 5 blessing rooms, slap all those together, so on and so forth. So, you know, if you wanted more weapon storage, if you wanted more, you know, bow storage, you can actually do just that. But they are awful expensive, so honestly, I'm not going to do that. But that option is there for you if you so desire. You could actually make the house like just one great big weapon and bow storage facilities, so to speak, excuse me. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but, you know, it's shiny. Okay, guys, you see you got your snake carpet in the pool if you so buy one, you know, desire, whatever. Kind of fun. And this didn't snap together for whatever the reason, but you can kind of see what I was going for there. That would have been the way up to the upper deck. And unfortunately, no lootables here. That's kind of disappointing. It would be nice if there was, I don't know, silent princesses or something growing out of these. Or, you know, if it would let you plant something in there, that would be cool too. Just not the way they set it up. I just kind of wanted to show you, like, just a quick and easy way to do this. The bad thing is it starts getting a little bit too long. And then, you know, you get to a point where it won't fit in the boundaries anymore. So in order to fix that, you need that square room that doesn't have any walls on the 4 sides. And then you can kind of put appendages off, you know, from the central room there. And you can kind of get more modules together that way and more of a square design. Alright, but for right now, I went ahead and wasted enough rupees back to Tarrey Town. Alright folks, so once all that questing is done that we did, now there's 2 other prerequisites in order to be able to do this at this point. You know, assuming you did the Mattison quest line. The other 2 that you're going to need to have done is camera work in the depths, which is an earlier game quest line. I do have a video out on that as well. Hunt for bubble gems, that's the other one. And again, I have a video out for that one as well, and I'll try to remember to leave links for these in the description below. So go ahead and talk to old Kilton here. Okay, and that'll kind of kick off the quest here. But a good, quick, early game place to get to in a hurry is right around here. Tons and tons of bobkins right around this area. And that is just southeast of Lookout Landing. And when your quest marker lights up, that means you got the picture that will satisfy the quest giver. And it's just like the stable pictures. You got to go in there and, you know, actually activate it for them. Alright, once that thing is done, go ahead and pick it up. Doesn't really matter where it goes, just anywhere. Alright, and that'll complete the quest. And that'll open up, and this will keep going on, by the way, so I just kind of wanted to demonstrate. But once again, guys, a good early game place to go to get your picture is going to be right here, once again, by Ranch Ruins. And there's a cave right there, and that'll have your Horriblin. Okay, once again, that red marker indicates that will satisfy the quest giver. Alright, same type of party, guys. Go ahead and place that sucker. I don't know if we can actually squeeze it in there or not. But it really doesn't matter if I'm being honest. Okay, now this one right here, he wants to see a battle talus. And that'll kick off the quest for round 3 there. And guys, lucky for us, there's a battle talus conveniently located right about here somewhere. So once again, use and abuse that travel gate. Okay, now this one doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to satisfy the quest giver. Okay, so it doesn't really matter where it goes as long as it's on the stage there somewhere. Alright guys, so once again, a good early game location for the frogs right underneath Lookout Landing here, just to show you where I'm at on the map. Go down to the depths, and these are the first, you know, couple of light root trees that we activated during the camera work in the depths. So you're actually going to find a frogs right by this, I don't know, lake. And that'll be right there, just south of Nicochan Light Root. So the only one of these King Gleoks that I've encountered in my game is way up here, Hebra Sky, and the good news is you can get there pretty easily from, say, the Wind Temple, you know, assuming you've already cleared that questline in your game. It's a quick and easy flight path to get over there. You can also hit it from, you know, the Sky Islands nearby. I think I actually hit it from this one here. Okay, now if you don't quite make the island, check this out. There's this little niche down here that you can grab. So worst case scenario, you can always go down here and ascend. Just might have to find a good sweet spot here to be able to do that. Okay, so as soon as you pop up, you're in his turf. Go ahead and get that picture out of the way quickly. Unless you want to get into a Gleok fight. And you'll notice no more quest marker above his head at this point. And you guys already know I'm picking a Lizzle. And that's just to dedicate the Lizzle that wouldn't leave me the freak alone over there in the rainforest when I was trying to kill Lionels. Alright folks, before I actually leave the island here that is Tarrey Town, I want to point out one more thing before I go. There should be a treasure chest down here. Nothing too fabulous. I think it's just like a amber or something. Next best thing, 5 arrows. One nice thing about this cave is it gives you a nice quick way to get back up there without having to actually climb the whole thing. Alright, so if you want to ride the monorail, super cool, super fun. All you gotta do is pop on and turn it on. Very cool indeed. Of course, we could have just flown down here, but this is more fun. First things first, right to the right of this thing, you're gonna find a Zonai dispenser. And there's a guy with a quest here, but I'll get to that in a moment. First thing I want to do is get 10 of these dumped into the machine here. Okay, as soon as you do that, that'll, you know, get his attention. But I didn't do it for the Sunday line, I did it for the actual Zonai devices. Alright, that one's got rockets and control sticks, which is a huge one for me. This is one I'll come back to pretty frequently, because I tend to go through rockets and I tend to go through control sticks. Alright guys, and just southeast or so, you're going to come to a cave opening, and I'll show you exactly where I'm at on the map now. One of two entrances into this cave here. Okay, you'll notice we can't really do much. There's a gate that's down. Just to kind of show you on the map where this one is at. Oh yeah, come on in with your stealth on. Sometimes you'll find some hightails around here, in addition to the regular sticky lizards. Apparently, I do not have a bow equipped. Alright, now we are on the other side of that gate. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put another one right here on the other one. Right there on that switch. And you'll notice, absolutely nothing happened. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. If you want to get down in there, you actually have to find the well, and the well is actually right by us. It's right over here, give or take. Go ahead and hop down into that bad boy. Good idea to have your stealth on. You never know what kind of goodies might be spawning in here for you. It's one of those rare caves where you can actually get to a cave via a well. Okay, so you'll notice right above you the explodable wall. I'm far enough away, I should be safe. And that time I actually was. So yeah, about that whole two-switch thing, I already knew that wouldn't work, but my first playthrough, I was sure that's what you had to do to get in there. And then, wouldn't you know, when nothing happened, I just stood there. And I just kind of, you know, gave it some time. I let it all soak in. And then when I finally, you know, accepted defeat, I figured out that well. It was a great time. Alright, so from here, go ahead and pop yourself on up and out. There's a korok seed over here. And I think there's another one right here on top of this structure. Go ahead and pop the flower. Something I forgot to point out earlier is you can get any of these devices out simply by ultra-handing them up and out of the dirt. So pretty much anything here, you know, if you want the rockets, you can build rocket shields, etc. Pretty much everything except for the control stick that I need. Good thing there was a dispenser right nearby. Okay, once that's on there, the game will kind of take back over for you here. Alright guys, now once you start driving it, you're in it. If you back out of the control stick, it'll stop the quest and you'll have to start all over. So as I just found out, there is no jumping off the machine. In order to pick it up with Ultra Hand and point it the way you really want to go, it just will not let you do that. But as you can see, they give you a pretty big clock here to get all this done. I just can't help myself sometimes, and I get into experiment mode and I try to do something silly like that, and it ends up costing me a little extra time. But as you can see, 100 rupees, not too bad of a deal there. Okay, and that completes your quest. Kind of funny, the sand seal lady is all the way over here. I guess the whole Hudson and, you know, Ronson, or whatever her name was, marriage really brought the two clans together. Alright folks, and off there in the distance, right to the right of our Skyview Tower, you'll see the, I can't think of the dude's name right now, the store thing. But before we go up there, actually I'm not going to bother going up there right now. I really want this Korok seed. And I might even have a couple of bubble gems to give them at this point. Kind of see where I'm at. Looks like I'm finally getting that stupid suit. Now guys, once again, I do not recommend, you know, using this especially early game. And at least not until you've got all your house building done the way you want it, because that's real expensive. Not only that, the Great Fairy Fountains, they get real expensive too for suit upgrading. So, you know, once all that stuff is done and then you just start getting excess rupees, sure, go ahead and put that suit on. And have fun with it. It's actually a really fun suit to wear. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please take a moment, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Maybe I can smack him with my hair. Welcome back here. Pow! Smack! So that's the Ulri mountain views. If you'd like some help getting to the Skyview Tower I just showed you, I'll go ahead and leave a description. If you'd like some help getting to the Skyview I'll be sure and leave. If you'd like some help getting to the Skyview Tower I just showed you, I'd be happy to leave a description below in the comments. Aoomba. Aoomba. Right here on the front gate. Alright, next Korok seed on the hit list is ring the bell. Take me to your dealer. Pow! Another satisfied President Hudson. Sometimes I can get this thing to just kind of stand up and nestle itself right in here. Whoops. It would have been really nice if they gave you a free control stick, but I just don't see one around here, so I'm going to have to pop you know, don't be afraid to jump off the thing and ultra hand it the way you need it to be pointing. The bat... Whack!